new and rising theory of leadership is forcing managers to adapt faster and learn more about how to be a leader in these situations. It is becoming a trial and error process until more is learned about e-leadership. Technology has changed the way communication flows to a workplace. Communication has grown from talking to writing letters, phone calls, emails, texting, and now webcam communication. Now communication in the workplace is evolving to adapt all these methods of communicating. Now business teams are able to work together and be spread out across a nation or even globally. With the ability to expand communication, companies can work more efficiently to finish projects. Not all employees have to be in the same area. Not all employees have to be in the same room or in close proximity at all. With the forms of communication and the ability comes a new form of leadership called e-leadership. E-leadership is more than setting procedures and allocating tasks to team members. It is realizing traditional leadership habits will not work as well, and management needs to adapt to a new way of doing business. E-leadership is spread across time, space, and organizational boundaries. Though communication by technology also is this type of leadership can occur at any type of hierarchical level. E-leadership is becoming more and more popular as we adapt more and more into a technological savvy lifestyle. While now everyone has phones and the ability to access internet, ability to Skype and FaceTime, and get a hold of somebody else is at your fingertips. In the workplace, it allows people to work while being out of the office. Answering emails or showing data to someone else can be sent among group members from mobile devices that are in members' pockets. E-leadership occurs on virtual teams of people who are working together on a project, individuals that are spread out across different geographical regions. These virtual teams, or E-teams as some managers prefer to call them, are made up of people who effectively and efficiently working together despite rarely or never being able to see one another in a group setting. These teams are usually temporary and just made until the project is completed. Leaders of these teams need to be proficient deploying coordination and control to share information between team members. Advantages of e-leadership. With e-leadership comes the ability for companies to outsource work and make more money by hiring less employees. Some issues with it is the ability to work with teams online without meeting a physical location. It is spreading and moving so rapidly that the knowledge about e-leadership isn't even being learned by managers yet. It is forcing managers to develop never-had-before leadership skills and traits, while in addition to traditional leadership methods. Some members of teams who are not in a workplace can feel left out of the company and lonely by never actually being in a workplace interacting with other team members. They can feel that they're not as valuable to the employer as other team members. Another issue with electronic teamwork is everyone's knowledge about this kind of technology is different. Younger people who are entering the workforce are able to adapt quicker to technology than someone who's been in the workforce for 30 years and has been doing the same thing for almost 30 years. Leaders are going to have issues teaching members like them how to work in this environment and how to adapt to new technology and be able to work in an electronic-based environment. It is critical for each team members to trust one another. When you're in the same physical setting as other coworkers or group members, you can build a trust and they will get their tasks done and on time. For group members who do not know each other and will never see face-to-face, it becomes more difficult for people to trust them. When trust is not there, there's issues for the whole team. Leaders need to find a way to make it easy for everyone to trust one another. A technique being used by leaders is to encourage input from team members of what they think will help the team and everybody be able to trust one another. Preventing these issues and dysfunctional dynamics requires managers to have a good leadership to ensure everyone is responsible for their task and will complete it on time so everything runs smoothly. In a study performed by James A. Ijal at Jackson State University, he found communication is key for success. All involved need to have common understanding of the project and what everyone's tasks are. In groups that have face-to-face meetings, people are able to see that somebody understands them, either by facial expressions or the sound in their voice. In an electronic environment, there is no verbal cues to see if somebody is understanding what you're saying. This theory is important and needs more research to be done to understand what the proper process and way to manage these teams. Technology is growing in influence on business and will continue to be a huge impact on the way workers complete their individual and group tasks for the future to come.